You hear that rattling sound in my macerator pump? It sounds like the motor's shot or the bearings or something, just rattling, terrible rattling. Last week when I was pumping, I had no idea what it was, but I know now because I found out last week. I was really worried last week when I heard that sound. I thought, oh no, my pump's going bad. We're gonna be stuck up a creek without a poo pump. Oh my goodness, we won't have a toilet. I found out what it was, fortunately, and it wasn't a big deal. And I think it's kind of funny. It was cherry pits in the black tank from some unnamed person who swallowed a whole bunch of cherries, just chewed them and swallowed the pits. So I had to empty them out, empty them out, empty them out. And I'm gonna do that now. I'm flushing it all with clean water. I'm gonna stop the pump, pour the water out, pour the cherry pits out, and get restarted. All right, this whole line has clean water in it, so I can, and it should be nice and quiet and no rattling. Well, there's still one in there. More cherry pits. This is the 5th time I've dumped this out now. It's getting less and less funny. Here's my 6th dump. Okay, we're done. Okay, what I'm gonna have you do is measure from the tree, and you're gonna measure right to here. So we're gonna cut this off and you're gonna use this as your measuring stick. What I would suggest is you mark it here, move your stick around, mark it here. Joy's finishing this brick and mulching job under this maple tree, or she's in the middle of it. We're gonna run up to the garden and check on what Bree's doing.
Go turn the water off for a minute. Well, now we're gonna turn on the sprinkler so they can play in it, not just get me wet. Turn it all the way on.
We're replanting his corn. And if you want to plant it down here, you can too. Brighton's corn didn't come up, so he's replanting. I cover your seeds, buddy.
Will you?
You can.
Just a second.
All right, good job. Give me 5. When you fail, try again. Joyful's finishing the mulch job. You're doing great, Joy. And Justice is sawing a branch out of the tree that he broke off that needs to be finished. Did he?
I am harvesting broccoli. I'm extremely excited because broccoli is really hard to grow. At least it has been for us and most people I know. So I am going to harvest as much as I can today, and whatever we don't eat over the next few days, well, we're going to eat it all the next few days. I was going to say I'm going to freeze it, but we're not going to have enough to freeze. Some of these heads are kind of small. I'm going to give them a couple more days, but these larger heads, I'm going to go ahead and pick. I won't pull the plants yet because they'll send off side shoots, and we'll be able to come up here and maybe harvest a couple times of just small side shoots. Then we'll put this bed to sleep until we do our fall planting of broccoli. As you can see, our plants just look incredible. You don't see bugs on them. You don't see worms down in the heads of the broccoli. Our plants are large mostly, really full, and they're producing good size heads, not huge heads, but good size heads of broccoli. I didn't expect perfectly huge heads because this soil still needs some more work, but I think probably next year we'll get an even better harvest. Unfortunately, this head started to bolt before I realized that I had a harvest up here, but I'm still gonna eat it. We're still gonna eat it. It'll still be delicious. I really think the main reason for our success, other than just like tending it, is the bug netting. The main reason that we put this on is to prevent the butterfly, the cabbage moths and cabbage butterflies, some people call them butterflies, but to prevent them from laying their eggs on the plants and their caterpillars coming out and eating the plants and also eating the fruit, the broccoli. Last year we used ag fabric, and this year we used this bug netting. I highly prefer the bug netting. By this time last year, this far into the season, our ag fabric was totally tore up and we weren't going to be able to keep using it.
There's no tears.
Yeah, not a single.
Completely intact.
Yeah, not a single tear. So I'll link that again below. So many people keep asking about it. I'll keep linking it below this video.
We've made so little effort in keeping this perfectly on. Basically, if it's touching the ground, it keeps the moths out. They don't crawl. Apparently, they just try to fly straight to the broccoli and cabbage. This is even better than last year. These plants are completely bug-free. Look at this. Well, there's one hole right there, but you look at these. On average, these plants have one bug hole in them. 0, 0, 0, 0. That's less than one on average. Kale,
Strawberries, calendula, broccoli, and I'm actually gonna get some salad greens, and then I want to dig up some potatoes and have some new potatoes, if there are some, for dinner.
the garden abundance is still honestly just starting, but it is starting. Look at the, hey, here's a full-size pea.
Ooh!
Well, it's this tiny full-size pea.
Is it big?
The peas are about to explode with peas. There are hundreds and hundreds of blooms, and blooms, as you probably know, turn into peas or fruit. Just look, just covered. I think this is probably going to be our best pea harvest ever. How much more do you have to get through that branch?
A lot.
A lot? If you get tired and need to take a break, you can finish it later. I don't want you falling out of the tree. You're way more than halfway.
I need some bigger baskets.
I'm getting some water.
It's just stuffed full.
It's a good problem.
Yeah.
Let's take a fast moment and talk about something brilliant that's happening right here, and that is intercropping with strawberries. These strawberry plants are just their first year. We don't expect them to produce strawberries, and they don't really need the whole bed. So what Bree's done is put in cilantro and calendula in this bed. What'll happen is while the strawberry plants get established and throw out runners where they'll start more plants, we will pick amazing cilantro for our tacos and other food and beautiful flowers from the calendula. At the end of this year though, the calendula will freeze to the ground and the cilantro may or may not freeze down. In the meantime, we're getting beautiful flowers and the calendula is out competing weeds. Down here, in the next bed down, it's strawberries, calendula, and dill. Beautiful, beautiful intercropping and triple use of this space here.
I am pinching off the tops of my peppers. I saw online where when people do this, they get a wider plant rather than a taller plant, and it actually produces more fruit. So I'm gonna try it. You remember when Arthur dropped trees on my plants? And I thought certainly at least probably about 4 of them would die. They're totally alive.
Just one died at the very end, I think. Maybe none died.
It's still alive. It's not doing very well, but it's still alive. I can't believe it. What I'm doing is these 2 rows of potatoes here, this one and the one behind me, I planted them specifically to grow small potatoes. You might call them new potatoes. So I'm just gonna check and see if I have any. They might still be too small. See, here's one. It's too small. It may be still too early, even for new potatoes. Let's see here. Ooh! Yeah, they still need a little bit longer. But looking pretty good. So now we know. Do you think that plant will still make it, Arthur?
No.
Here are my 2 rows. I specifically planted these to get little baby new potatoes. But these still aren't quite ready. We'll give them a couple more weeks. And then we will be harvesting potatoes throughout the summer. Our storage potatoes are actually up here. We have 120 feet of those. But these are just to get us through. And there's nothing like a fresh potato from the garden. So tender. Kind of buttery.
the chickens watermelon? Wow, look how much they ate out of that piece. Take it to their pen now, okay? We're keeping some of these vlogs a little shorter just because it contributes to our sanity to not have to edit for so many hours and film so much of our day. So this video is going to end here. Thanks for joining us in this life adventure. There's a lot to come this year. Honestly, it's going to be crazy busy and really fun. We're going to keep sharing it, so hope you show up. Bye.